What is marine pollution? Marine pollution is a combination of chemicals and trash, most coming from land sources, which they end up blowing into the ocean. Negative effects. It affects the water from the sea. Pollutants are dumped into the ocean, and this waste affects the daily life of fish and other marine creatures. Types of pollutants. Our ocean is being flooded with two main types of pollution: chemicals and trash. Chemical contamination or nutrient pollution is concerning for health, environmental, and economic reasons. Why pollution occurs? This type of pollution occurs when human activities, notably the use of fertilizer on farms, lead to the runoff of chemicals into waterways that ultimately flow into the ocean. The increased concentration of chemicals, such as nitrogen and phosphorus, in the coastal ocean promotes the growth of algae blooms, which can be toxic to wildlife and harmful to humans.
Facts about ocean pollution. The ocean is the origin and the engine of all life on this planet, and it is under threat. The world generates at least 3.5 million tons of plastic a day. 100,000 marine organisms a year die from plastic entanglement. Currently, it is estimated that there are 100 million tons of plastic in the ocean around the world. Worldwide, 15,000 pieces of plastic are dumped into the ocean every day. Humans may be consuming anywhere from 39,000 to 52,000 microplastic particles a year. There will be more plastic in the oceans than fish by 2050.
Cancun's ocean pollution. Nowadays, approximately 329,000 tons of garbage are collected annually in the city. Trash that is dumped in the ocean harms of the physical habits, transports chemical pollutants, and threatens aquatic life. Of all trash, plastic trash has the greatest potential to harm the environment, wildlife, and humans. Also, tourism has a huge influence on water pollution, but a huge source is from cruise ships. Effluents are untreated streams from waste that flow into the natural water and airways. Smoke, liquid sewage, and any other polluting material are examples of these environmentally determinant substances, and cruise ships are a major producer and distributor of them.
Causes of trash in Cancun's ocean. First cause, littering. Trash dropped on the street doesn't stay there. Rainwater and wind carry plastic waste into streams and rivers and through drains. Drains then lead to the ocean. Second cause, lack of education and caring in environmental issues. Third cause, plastic culture. 300 million tons of plastic are created every year, and more than 8 million tons of plastic are dumped into our oceans every year. Fourth cause, excessive tourism with lack of education in environmental conservation. Causes of
Effects of trash in the ocean. There are a lot of ways that we can impact negatively in our ocean, but one of the most important are the next ones. The physical impact on our marine life, such as entanglement, ingestion, and starvation. Also, chemical impact. The buildup of persistent organic pollutants like PCBs and DDTs. Also, the transport of invasive species and pollutants from polluted rivers to remote areas in the ocean. And lastly, the economic impact, which damages the fisheries, shipping, and tourism too.
COVID-19 and face masks. The COVID-19 pandemic didn't only bring with it death and health problems, but also contamination and the death of our environment. Face masks have been implemented to our everyday lives as a way of combating the spread of this deadly virus, as well as gloves and other plastic protection used by humans.
The threat to our environment isn't exactly the use of face masks, but the way they are disposed of. A lot of face masks have been found lying on the streets, tangled around trees and mangroves, and even on beaches. Face masks represent another threat to the environment, another source of trash that will slowly end with our ecosystems and our marine life. A lot of face masks have also been found inside dead animals. The awareness raised for this problem hasn't been enough, because we're still seeing more and more face masks lying around our city and our mangroves.
COVID-19 effects of face masks in the ocean. First, this problem may not seem something serious to some of the citizens of Cancun, and this is because they don't realize the weight they have on the contamination of our city and our ecosystem. We're talking about an item that is used by every single person every day. Some people don't reuse their face masks. They just pull out a new one each day and don't take the necessary care for its disposal. There are approximately 950,000 people living in Cancun, roughly, without counting tourists, who also play a crucial role in this problem. Let's say that an average person uses at least 3 different face masks weekly. 950,000 times 3 equals approximately 3 million. This represents 3 million face masks used weekly in Cancun by each person. If this isn't enough, an average face mask weighs approximately 30 grams. If we multiply this weight times the number of face masks used, we are talking about 90,000 kilograms of waste. This number speaks by itself. People don't realize that this damages our oceans by polluting the water, therefore boosting the reproduction of seaweed and the increase in water temperature, which triggers even more contamination problems. I mentioned that it also damages our marine life, since many animals die due to the consumption of face masks. Incorrect disposal of face masks damages both our environment and the wildlife living in it. And this is only talking about face masks, not mentioning other products such as plastic globes. Effects of
Proposals to reduce trash in Cancun's ocean. First, reduce plastic use. Single-use plastics are used in huge amounts. For example, straws, cups, water bottles, and plastic bags. Instead, you can use reusable versions of those products, for example, fabric bags, flasks, or metal straws. Second, support the ban of single-use plastic. Many places have issued bans of single-use plastics. Third, raise awareness. Many people are not informed about the damages of single-use plastics to the world. Raising awareness will inform people, and therefore reduce the effects to the planet. Fourth, proper recycling. Single-use plastics can be recycled most of the time. This reduces the production of single-use plastics. Fifth, reduce the use of products with microbeads. Many products contain microbeads. These are plastic residues that are found, for example, in toothpaste or face scrubs. The microbeads go into the sewer and affect the many marine species.
Proposals to reduce COVID-19 masks in Cancun oceans. People should wear reusable masks, so they only wear one and own one, instead of having many and risk the chance of forgetting them or losing them. Whenever people throw out their masks to the trash can, they should tie the ribbons or cut them out so that if they end up in the sea, which it shouldn't, the marine animals do not eat them and die. Consequences if we do not start to take care about the ocean. The ocean of the earth can exist without us. We, however, simply cannot exist without our oceans. If we do not act, the marine habitat will be destroyed and the disappearance of fish species will accelerate. Lack of ocean protection will not only accelerate climate change, it could impact our resilience to its impacts. The ocean absorbs 90% of the heat and approximately 30% of carbon dioxide emissions produced by human activities. As many as 200 million jobs are connected to global fishing industry, which it will be affecting economically. There are life support systems on Earth, the lungs, climate regulator, and ultimately food factory. They provide our Earth with a moist, lively climate full of oxygen, tons of food each year. Basically, we will be dead with our ocean. Consequences.
Our world is coming to a critical point. We must inform ourselves on how to help it. So please share this presentation in your social media. The change begins with you.